ERC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
This is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Wednesday, the 4th of November. James Spann here, and what can you say? Beautiful today, great weather on through the weekend, but a new tropical depression, so a little something to talk about. Let's go right to some of the Skycam images. Oh, yeah, colors looking good. That's the view coming from Mount Cheaha State Park on a very colorful fall afternoon. How about a look at the Coosa River as seen from the Gadsden Skycam overlooking downtown Gadsden? How about the Tom Bigby River? That's from the Demopolis Civic Center looking south. Well, again, much of the nation dry. We've got ridging in the west, troughing in the east, and a fresh surge of cool air will drop in here tonight. Now, this afternoon, pretty mild. Readings between 70 and 75. We think tomorrow numbers will be in the mid to upper 60s, so about 7-8 degrees cooler with a fresh north breeze. And, of course, the air bone dry. This is the rain expected through Monday morning at 6 o'clock next week, and some hint of rain moving up into Louisiana, and just maybe that will work in here late Monday night or Tuesday, as you'll see. And again, a lot of questions about next week that are hard to answer at this point. And yes, Tropical Depression 11. That thing is hugging the coast of Central America, and as long as it's that close to land, it's going to have a hard time getting its act together, maybe become Tropical Storm Ida before making landfall this evening. Here's a look at modeling. Very good agreement. You can see that the system comes across Central America, emerges back into the Caribbean, and moves north into the southern Gulf. And that makes you raise your eyebrows. Of course, the question is, what kind of state will this thing be in after coming across land? And what about those SSTs? They're pretty cool down there. Now, analogs, top 10 analogs for this thing, none of them are in the Gulf. They all just kind of hang around the Caribbean and don't get up in here. So that bodes well for the Gulf of Mexico. But, of course, because this happened in the past doesn't guarantee it will happen again. There's the official track from the Hurricane Center. They've got it emerging as a tropical storm Monday morning in the far western Caribbean. And then ultimately maybe shooting the gap, the Yucatan Channel, up into the southern Gulf. And we'll just have to see. Let's look at the GFS and see what it does with it. This is the 12Z run, valid at 1 o'clock tomorrow. And I say 1 o'clock, we've had the time change. Got to make a mental note. This is noon tomorrow. 18Z and trough on the East Coast, ridging over the central U.S. We got a northwest flow aloft and a new surge of cool air. And again, we think highs will be in the 60s tomorrow. Friday, the morning should be pretty chilly. We'll start the day in the upper 30s, we think, but we'll warm up quickly into the upper 60s with a bright sunny sky. And again, note down below that moisture from what could be Ida. And we'll go into Saturday. Beautiful day to start the weekend. Sunny with a high up in the low and mid 70s. And Sunday looks great. But we note that moisture creeping up into the southern part of Alabama. And that band you see coming up into Louisiana, that's not with Ida. That's with another disturbance coming out of the Bay of Campeche. We'll look at Sunday on the NAM, and this is showing Ida. In the Caribbean, it's basically not moving north. It's just kind of meandering about, and that's a very real possibility that could happen. You saw those analogs. None of them move it up in the Gulf, and this thing just might hang around. Now, down there, that water is warm. This thing could become a hurricane, is the NAM is suggesting here, but again, we'll just have to wait and see. We'll look at Monday, and you can see a warm 588 ridge over Florida. The core of the polar jet is north of us, but that moisture slug moves up in here, so it certainly looks like now we will have to mention a chance of showers on Monday. And the GFS showing what might be Ida around the Yucatan Straits. Tuesday, the tropical low is north of the Yucatan. We've got moist air, but there's not a big dynamic forcing mechanism for rain here, so it looks like we'll have to mention a chance of showers on Monday and Tuesday. Don't think it rains that much. And then Wednesday, the tropical system goes nowhere. It's down there in the Gulf. We've got high pressure trying to nose in from the north, suggesting maybe a drier day Wednesday. And then Thursday of next week looks dry, and again, Ida going nowhere. It just sits down there. And the end of next week, maybe some of that moisture moves up toward Florida, but again, around here, that looks pretty skimpy. We'll check the end of the forecast on the 20th of November. The prime polar jet is in Canada, and this shows a short wave in the southern branch off to the west, and that looks like it might be getting wet with no cold air. But, you know, the run I showed you this morning had a deep plunge of cold air. Every run looks different, so out in voodoo country, there's zero confidence. And really, next week is a challenge as well, but I think no doubt we'll mention a chance of showers on Monday and Tuesday, but nothing severe, and probably the rain not all that heavy. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And if you're local to us, we invite you to watch us on television this evening. ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and God bless.
Each day, there are new stories to tell about the people who live here and the place we call home.
All of the faces that I see, all of the places close to me, they're all part of all the best things about home.
Sharing your stories on ABC 3340, Alabama's news leader.